Going back to the genetics, the genes, there is, and I think maybe Angelina Jolie made this whole thing well known, the BRCA1, BRCA2. Until then, scientists knew it. Then suddenly everybody knew it. Uh,
Yeah.
and I remember the statistic was quite confounding for the common man, which is, I think the risk, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Pranjali, if I'm saying this wrong, but the risk of the typical woman to get breast cancer sometime in their life is about 12%, but for someone with the BRCA1, BRCA2 mutations, it's 72%. However, out of the women who do get breast cancer, less than 10% actually have that mutation. So that means it's that gene plays a role, but there are non-genetic roles, reasons why people get breast cancer. Is that right?
Yeah, most of those numbers are correct, and it's only the difference being that the incidence of breast cancer is not as high in India when it comes to the 13% number is closer to the is about the Caucasian populations and not the Indian population. Although that's not something to be proud of, because although we see half the number of cancers that the US does, we have twice the number of breast cancer deaths in India. But you're right about the genetics. I mean, 5 to 10% of breast cancers, we say, are because of known genetic mutations that we can
Hmm.
actually implicate in having caused a woman's breast cancer when she comes to us. When you are a carrier of some of these major genetic mutations, like the BRCA1 and 2 and PLB2, we say the lifetime risk of developing breast cancer can be as high as 40 to 60%. And that varies based on what age the person has already made it to, what are their competing mortality risks, and so on and so forth. So it's not that all 70% of women who have the BRCA gene are going to get it, but it's the lifetime risk is way higher than the uh, average woman. So these are the patients now. I mean, it's not simply about Hollywood and Angelina Jolie. Even in Pune, we have quite a few women who are asymptomatic carriers of these genes who do elect to undergo risk reduction with prophylactic surgeries like a mastectomy with reconstruction.